The Fate of Ophelia. Ophelia, daughter of Polonius and sister to Laertes, grows up within the cold stone walls of Elsinore Castle. She is known for her grace, intelligence, and obedience, virtues prized in a woman of her time, but ones that quietly cage her spirit. Her father, a calculating courtier, trains her to listen more than she speaks. Her brother, protective but patronizing, warns her that Prince Hamlet's love is fleeting, that royal affection is dangerous for a common-born girl. Yet Ophelia loves Hamlet sincerely. She sees not the brooding prince the world knows, but the gentle scholar who once read poetry beneath the trees and spoke of a Denmark at peace. Their bond is real, though secret, sealed with whispered promises and small tokens of affection. But when Hamlet's father, the king, dies suddenly, and Queen Gertrude marries Hamlet's uncle Claudius, the world tilts into corruption and doubt. Polonius begins to use Ophelia as a pawn in the political games of the court. When Hamlet's behavior turns erratic after his father's death, Polonius assumes love has driven him mad. "Speak to him," Polonius orders. "Test his heart." Torn between duty and love, Ophelia obeys. She becomes the silent listener in Claudius and Polonius's schemes, forced to reject Hamlet publicly, to return his letters, and in doing so, she breaks both their hearts. When Hamlet confronts her, the fury in his eyes is not only madness, but betrayal. "I loved you once," he says. "You should not have believed me," he spits a moment later. Her tears fall silently. She does not know whether she is looking at the man she loved or the madness that consumes him. The court spirals into chaos. Hamlet kills Polonius by mistake, believing he is Claudius hiding behind the arras. Ophelia's world collapses in that instant. Her father slain, her lover lost to madness, her soul torn between grief and guilt. In Shakespeare's play, this is where she unravels. In the retelling, we go deeper. Her mind fractures not from weakness, but from the unbearable contradictions forced upon her, to be pure yet desired, loyal yet deceitful, obedient yet human. She wanders the castle, clutching flowers that symbolize her memories. Rosemary for remembrance, pansies for thoughts, rue for repentance, daisies for innocence lost. She sings songs that blur the line between sense and sorrow, fragments of love ballads, death hymns, and lullabies. Some in the court pity her, others mock her, but none truly see her. One morning, Ophelia leaves the castle. Her gown trails behind her like a ghost of her former life. She follows the path to the riverbank, where willows lean over the glassy water. In the canonical version, she falls accidentally, her garments heavy with water, dragging her down as she sings. But in modern retellings, she chooses the river. She steps into the cool water, surrounded by floating flowers, and lets herself sink beneath the surface, not as an act of madness, but as her final defiance. The world that silenced her will no longer control her fate. Her last breath escapes in a ripple, carrying her grief into the stillness of nature. The flowers drift away, and Ophelia is free. In death, Ophelia becomes a symbol, misunderstood in life, immortalized in art. Painters render her surrounded by lily and willows. Poets speak of her as both martyr and muse. But the true fate of Ophelia is more profound. She is the echo of every silenced voice, every woman who bore the weight of others' sins. In this retelling, she is not merely Hamlet's lost love or Polonius's daughter. She is the spirit of resistance that blooms quietly, even in tragedy.